The 2025 Hyundai Sonata didn't just arrive as a routine update to a familiar midsize sedan. It marked a dramatic reinvention of a nameplate that had already undergone multiple transformations throughout its life. But this time, Hyundai wasn't aiming just to refresh the Sonata. They were out to reset expectations. The 2025 model came wrapped in sharper lines, packed with cutting-edge technology, and infused with a sense of design drama and driving character that redefined what a four-door family car could be in an era dominated by SUVs. From the moment you laid eyes on the 2025 Sonata, it was clear this was not the conservative sedan of yesterday. It bore a sleek, low-slung fastback profile that gave it a coupe-like silhouette. The designers took inspiration from Hyundai's sensuous sportiness design language and evolved it further into what they now called Parametric Dynamics 2.0, a bolder, more technical approach that emphasized sharp creases, bold surfaces, and futuristic lighting. Up front, the Sonata featured a dramatic full-width LED light bar stretching across the hood's edge, blending seamlessly into the daytime running lights and framing a more aggressive grille. Depending on the trim, the grille was finished in glossy black mesh, satin silver, or even dark chrome, each bringing a different flavor of athleticism and luxury. The headlights, now integrated lower into the bumper, had a split-level design that echoed Hyundai's more premium models, while the hood featured distinct character lines that ran like tension cables from the windshield to the grille. On the side, the Sonata's long wheelbase and short overhangs gave it an elegant stance, while bold wheel designs, ranging from 17-inch eco-styled alloys to 19-inch performance-oriented rims, added flair. The roofline flowed smoothly into a subtly sculpted rear deck, and the rear end was equally futuristic. A sharp LED light bar connected both tail lamps, and the trunk design incorporated a small integrated spoiler for improved aerodynamics and sportier aesthetics. Dual exhaust tips on the 2.5 turbo model gleamed beneath the bumper, completing the car's more assertive attitude. Hyundai offered the 2025 Sonata with three primary powertrains, each tailored to different kinds of drivers. The base engine was a naturally aspirated 2.5-liter four-cylinder producing around 191 horsepower and 181 lb-ft of torque, paired to an 8-speed automatic transmission. It was smooth, quiet, and efficient, ideal for commuters and families looking for a refined daily driver. But it was the mid-tier and top-spec variants where the Sonata really started to flex its muscles. The N-Line trim packed a 2.5-liter turbocharged four-cylinder that delivered 290 horsepower and 311 lb-ft of torque, mated to a lightning-quick 8-speed dual-clutch transmission. This setup transformed the Sonata from a family sedan into something genuinely thrilling to drive. It wasn't just straight-line speed either. The N-Line suspension had been stiffened and retuned for more dynamic handling, and steering had been sharpened for better feedback. The result was a mid-size sedan that could confidently tackle twisty roads and still cruise comfortably on the highway. Even launch control was available, a rare feature in this segment, giving drivers a taste of performance typically reserved for far sportier vehicles. For the efficiency-minded, the Sonata Hybrid returned with a 2.0-liter Atkinson cycle engine paired with a permanent magnet electric motor and a lithium-ion battery. Together, this setup delivered around 192 combined horsepower, but more importantly, fuel economy figures exceeded 50 miles per gallon in city driving, depending on the trim. The hybrid also included Hyundai's active shift control, a system that made gear changes quicker and smoother by using electric motor precision to align gear rotation, improving both performance and efficiency. With regenerative braking, an available solar roof that could add a few miles of range each day, and a seamless power transition between electric and gas, the Sonata Hybrid stood out as one of the most advanced non-plug-in hybrids in the segment. Stepping inside the 2025 Sonata revealed a cabin that felt not only premium but remarkably high-tech. The dual-display layout immediately captured attention. Two seamless 12.3-inch screens, one for the digital gauge cluster and the other for infotainment, were integrated into a single curved panel that sat atop the dash. The interface was powered by Hyundai's next-generation connected car platform, featuring faster response times, improved voice recognition, and full over-the-air update capability. Wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto were now standard across the board, and the optional Bose 12-speaker premium audio system delivered concert-quality sound. Every detail inside the cabin had been considered. Materials varied by trim but ranged from soft-touch plastics and leatherette surfaces in base models to quilted leather, brushed aluminum accents, and ambient lighting in higher trims. The dashboard was minimalist and horizontal, creating a sense of width and openness, while the floating center console featured a rotary shifter, touch-sensitive climate controls, and hidden storage underneath. The ambient lighting system could be customized in dozens of hues and animated patterns, changing with drive modes or music rhythms. Passenger space was generous, thanks to the Sonata's long wheelbase and smart packaging. Rear seat legroom easily outclassed several rivals, and the trunk remained cavernous, with over 16 cubic feet of space, more than enough for luggage, groceries, or gear. Hyundai also added soft-closed doors, rear side window shades, and ventilated rear seats in top trims, inching the Sonata closer to luxury territory than ever before. But perhaps the most transformative element of the 2025 Sonata was its technology. Hyundai's SmartSense safety suite came standard and included forward collision warning, automatic emergency braking, lane keeping assist, blind spot monitoring, and rear cross-traffic alert. Higher trims added highway driving assist 2, a semi-autonomous system that combined adaptive cruise control with lane centering, automated lane changes, and even the ability to respond to road conditions like merging traffic and sharp curves. A 360-degree camera system with 3D visualization helped in tight parking spots, and remote smart park assist allowed the Sonata to park itself via key fob or smartphone app. The keyless entry system now included Hyundai Digital Key 2, enabling drivers to use their smartphone as a car key, even sharing access digitally with friends or family. NFC, Bluetooth, and UWB, ultra-wideband, connectivity made this function fast and secure. Remote climate control, seat adjustments, and even remote diagnostics could all be controlled through the upgraded Hyundai app. Perhaps most impressive was Hyundai's integration of AI-based predictive features. The system could learn your preferred climate settings, seat position, and music choices, then adjust everything automatically when you got in. It could also alert you if it sensed drowsy driving behavior, and remind you of appointments based on your calendar integration. Voice commands became more natural, thanks to a new neural network-based assistant that understood context and could handle complex tasks like navigating to a specific coffee shop via the fastest route that avoided tolls, all in one sentence. Hyundai didn't just create a better Sonata for 2025, they completely transformed it into something much more than a sedan. It was a showcase of what's possible when design, performance, comfort, and technology are pushed to the limits of what the mid-size segment can offer. The 2025 Sonata stood not just as a competitor to the Honda Accord and Toyota Camry, but as a disruptor, blurring the line between mainstream and premium. In a time when sedans were being overshadowed by crossovers and SUVs, Hyundai made a strong case that the four-door car still had plenty of life left, and it could be just as exciting, efficient, and connected as anything else on the road. The 2025 Sonata wasn't just a good sedan. It was an emotional, intelligent, and stylish reinvention of what the modern car could be.